You know, unfortunately, having seen stuff like this happen in person, I am fairly certain that a lot of people who own very expensive cars just blatantly think that as long as I can pay the ticket, that's how much it costs to break the law. No, I've seen in some other countries where it's some kind of like percentage of income dent when it comes to the fine, and I really wish the US did that because that means that there would be less people doing this stuff. If you aren't handicapped, then don't park in the handicapped spot, and just because you think, oh, expensive car means I should be able to do this, no, don't. You don't get the little placard, and I can guarantee you a person here who took the photo definitely checked your back license plate to see if it had a little symbol on it. From one car person to another, you suck. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into good old faithful r/iamatotalPOS because the reliability that everybody is a POS is unfortunately super high. And if you guys would like to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, social media links will be in the drop box down below. Blank Man gets 16 life sentences for serial R, and I looked in the captions, one of the victims was 13. What the heck were you thinking? Also, when I was younger, I always kept on seeing stuff where people would serve multiple life sentences. For some reason, that kept on having me think that if the person died, they were brought back to life just to serve more time. A Google executive is fired after their female boss grabbed him in a drunken bash, and suit says, wait, so he lost his job because he didn't want to be grabbed by his boss? Florida woman is accused of defrauding a, really bad event during World War II survivor of $2.8 million. You know, I would kind of think that there'd be just this general demographic of human being that had to go through that event that I figured people would just think, yeah, they've had really bad things happen to them. Let's not try to do anything bad to them, but nope. Like I said, the moral standard for criminals just knows no bounds. Now, unfortunately, I can't really show the rest of the video because, basically, dude came charging at the worker. The worker saw that he was not all there and really just kind of picked him up on his shoulder and then laid him out like a fresh crunch wrap. And unfortunately, I'm not unfamiliar with this type of attitude. I've seen people get absolutely irate at me, and while I'm working, I've even had to break up a fight or two because for some reason, something set two people off and neither person wanted to calm down. Now, the caption on this one only said dissatisfied customer, so I wasn't exactly sure what exactly he was dissatisfied about. The cost of the food couldn't be that because Taco Bell is still one of the cheapest places to get food. The taste, I mean, it's not exactly 5-star quality, but it's not that bad either. But I think just bottom line, don't mess with anybody that deals with anything that goes in your body, whether it be food or medicine or anything of the sort. Don't mess with those people. I don't know why this needs to be said, because unfortunately a lot of people don't get that registered. Okay, Jesus Christ, those eyes. 47-year-old man allegedly kidnapped a woman and held her captive for several hours as he did those two things to her. According to the statement on Tuesday, January 24th, these police department officers in this county sheriff's office deputies and the state police troopers reportedly went to this person's subdivision to investigate an emergency line call. And law enforcement officials subsequently arrested this person on a kidnapping charge of an alleged female victim and was held hostage for 4 to 5 hours. What was the APB? I want to know. I want to know if the APB said look up for a garden gnome that is very much off their rocker. Okay, so I'll tell you this right now. This here, it was not part of the iamatotalPOS subreddit. However, very much qualifies for it because that is a $4 million car. And those are partitions to help keep people from getting up close to it. I'll tell you this right now, I'm not lying about the price. I just wanted to round up a little bit because it was going to be less words. And I actually got to see this vehicle up close in person at my local auto show, which is the DC Auto Show, which is something I've been going to since 2010. And this is the first year that they had this vehicle here because usually Bugatti steps away because of how expensive their vehicles are. But so them bringing one here finally was very much a surprise. But unfortunately, because of this lovely parenting, I would not be surprised if they do not come back. People doing stuff like this is very much that whole not my property, not my problem thing to like the highest degree. Because I can guarantee you, if the kid had scratched the paint on that and the parent had to pay for that, you would guarantee that they would never do that again. But unfortunately, that's not how justice or punishment works like that. Because, the parent would probably have a little bit of a problem paying about 200 grand to have a panel fixed. I'm not even exaggerating on that. The wheels to replace them on the Bugatti are $40,000 each. Maintenance for those things are expensive as crap. Now, for myself, it's always been just a little bit of a stretch or a pipe dream to have a vehicle of mine featured in the Washington Auto Show just because of how big of an event it is, and some of the displays there were from actual local car clubs, but I would not be interested in doing anything of the sort if I knew for a fact people were going to go up and touch anything I got, let alone lean up against it, especially with denim pants and the little metal buttons that are bound to scratch the paint or metal of whatever they touch. And in the grand scheme of these things, I'm actually more so upset by the parent, not really the kid, because the kid doesn't really know the value of it all. All they really see is cool, expensive car. The parent, though, should really be a little more mature and understand that there were signs and little things keeping you from getting up close to the vehicle. Oh, I don't know, and maybe a frickin' do not touch sign. But you can guarantee absolutely, whether it be the car dealership owner or the owner of the Bugatti Chiron there, if they saw that happening in person, they would guarantee make a scene. And I know for a fact the thought going through the parent's mind was, oh yeah, go up, get a nice photo with it, honey. It's a nice car, go up and take a photo. Yeah, it's not like there was anything there keeping you from doing that, or, you could have just zoomed in on it. I just noticed how long of a rant I've been going on about this. Sorry, just these type of photos get me spicy. Free Similac 360 Total Care. I don't know how much we have, but we have a lot. Most of it expires by April. Local pickups meeting only in this area. Need it gone today. Hey, wasn't there a national shortage on this kind of stuff? It's almost as if there was enough to go around, but people weren't stopping getting greedy with all of this. When people do this kind of stuff, it very much reminds me of The Platform, which is this weird suspense movie with a prison and everything, and just goes to show that there are enough supplies to go around, but people being greedy makes it so that there isn't. If everybody had just gone in an orderly fashion, this also would have been the case with toilet paper. There is enough supplies to go around, because it's not like when everything got locked down, there suddenly was an abundance of human beings. No, just everybody feared for their life, so they grabbed everything they could, because as soon as something big bad happens and there's some kind of thing going on, people automatically think, alright, we need to hoard all of this stuff to ourselves, even though it's going to make everything else really hard for everybody. To our partners in education, we have become aware of a small but concerning push to report masking requirement for children in schools to the Child A reporting system. Since September 1st, the Department of Human Services Childline has received approximately 50 reports mentioning masking. Comparatively, there are approximately 1.7 million public school students in Pennsylvania, while reports that would incorrectly equate wearing a mask to CA currently represent a small portion of overall reports received by the Childline. This is nevertheless an inappropriate and unnecessary distraction for both educators and child welfare professionals. DHS, Office of Children, Youth, and Families, have received requests for confirmation that masking, in line with guidelines from health officials, is not a form of CA. While Pennsylvania's Child Protective Services laws describe obstructing a child's breathing as CA, mask wearing for children 2 and older does not obstruct breathing and is not CA. Research overwhelmingly shows that mask wearing does not limit breathing or oxygen levels. Additionally, the American Academy of Pediatrics has reinforced the safety of masks for children, especially those who cannot yet get vaccinated, and the organization has also recommended that all school staff and children over 2 wear masks to allow for safer in-person learning. Yes, but how could you? I don't know all of the research like the people that have been working on the vaccine for all of this time, but not my baby. You will not be having them obey a policy. Every single time I see logic like this, I always find it weird that there are parents out there that think they know more than people with actual scientific degrees because something is being applied for their child, which is scientifically backed by evidence. Weird. Let me guess, what's next? Are they putting chemicals in the water to make the kids gay? So, apparently my grandmother's health is seriously failing, and my family is blaming me for it because of my shocking lifestyle being too much for her to mentally process, and I'm freaking fuming, y'all. To recap, my shocking lifestyle consists of I'm a trans girl, I've had mental health issues resulting from my extremely volatile family relationship, and I am taking a year off or so from finishing college because it didn't feel like the right time for me right now in the pandemic. Oh yeah, don't you know, if you're comfortable with yourself and you're working on improving your mental health and doing something that you like to do, God forbid that frickin' what ends the elderly? But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.